Are you tired of hitting roadblocks in your dating life? Join me for a free masterclass where I'll be revealing the 3 nice guy dating patterns that turn women off and what you should be doing instead. Unlock the secrets to creating genuine attraction. Click the link in the description to sign up now. I don't know how this guy allowed his girlfriend to set up this kind of behavior in their relationship. Well, actually I do. So this guy is basically feeling suffocated by his girlfriend. They're both 25 and she has set up some rules, boy. Man, oh man, oh man. Guys, you're about to learn the kind of behaviors to not accept. And more importantly, you're gonna learn how these things creep into a relationship in the first place, right? So you gotta always keep your eyes open. So this guy goes, me and my girlfriend have been together for a year and a half. Every time I wanted to go out with my friends, my girlfriend has a set of rules that I have to follow, such as I have to be at home at 11 p.m. even though I go out at 8 or 9 p.m. And also, she set a time interval that at maximum, for every 30 minutes, I must text her or I will get scolded at the time I get back home. Well, hey, for those of you guys that are like, I should be able to text a girl how often that I want to, here's your girl. She's actually demanding that you text her every half hour. This is your dream girl, right? This is the girl that you guys are worrying, why do girls pull away when I text too much? I should be able to. You got a girl that wants to hear from you all the time, because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble, sir. Anyway, he says, even when I am at home, I'm just eating, showering, and spending time with my family, the intervals rule is still up. How does she know if you're at home that you're following or not following? Well, I said the texting rule you would know, but like, how would she know about the curfew part? Like, is she gonna text you, hey, are you at home now? Send me a picture where you're at so I know your location, because that sounds like where this is actually going, right? He says, and also, she blames me for not texting her because every time I said that I need space, she said it's because I don't care about her and I don't love her. Ooh, so that's that emotional abuse. That's that, if you loved me, you would do this, or you must be out doing other things without me. This means you must hate me. I'm so sad. You gotta love it, right? Because look, she wants look, this is the girl that some of you guys have been dreaming for forever. She wants you to text all the time, every 30 minutes or you're in trouble. She wants all your attention. She wants to be bathed and basking in the glory of you nonstop. Doesn't that sound like fun? Because I can assure you, based on some of the comments I get and some of the messages I get, this is what you guys want. You guys want a woman that's gonna be there all the time and that wants your attention all the time. But as you can see, it can be equally as toxic coming from women, right? So then he says, but to be fair, I did play games, like video games, usually from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and not talking to her. And by the time I do talk to her, we're both sleepy and we only talk for a brief moment. So what can I do to improve the relationship? Okay, let me not completely go off on this guy, right? So I'll get to the end part where the part he needs to take ownership of is that, yes, him playing games for 3 hours straight every night versus spending time with his girlfriend, hearing about her day, eating a meal together, cooking together, walking together, playing video games together with each other, that's gonna make any woman feel some kind of way. Like, so let me get this straight. You're playing games from 6 to 9, and then at 9 o'clock, you're then going out with your friends. So that's now 5 to 6 hours of time that the girl does not get with him. I could see on some level why a woman would be like, dude, like what the freak? Like she'd be upset about that, right? So that part, he could work on. He could work on, hey, maybe I could like play video games after 11 o'clock at night for like an hour or two before I go to bed or in the morning, or maybe only do it from like 6 to 7. Like these games don't have to have 3, 4, 5 hour long marathons, right? Like that's on the guy. So that's on him. We'll give him that part, right? But the rest of this, oh my God, this guy wants to fix a relationship that is already doomed because this woman has a variety of issues. She's anxious, she's needy, she's desperate, she has low self-esteem. Let's go back to the first part of his message, right? So to start off with, she has set rules for him that he has to be home by 11 p.m. That's 1. Has to text every 30 minutes. That's 2. And even when he's hanging with family and friends, still got to do the texting. And then telling him that, oh my God, you don't care about me, blah, 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 blah. So how does something like this happen? Because this me, right? Most of these kind of things, they don't just like suddenly appear a year and a half in. There's usually signs of this stuff starting to pop up, usually within the first 3 months of dating, which is why you as a guy need to be taking your time to get into relationships, because a lot of you guys will get into a relationship after 1 or 2 weeks thinking, oh, I got her, this is so great, I know it's fast, but like and then in the process, you miss out on giving yourself time to see any red flags that would pop up. Because I can assure you, like I've dated women, for example, where, I went out with them for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then one day we're texting, and she'd been texting me like nonstop all day, and I went to go to the bathroom. I took a 20-minute break to go to the bathroom. I come back, hey, are you still there? Hello, why aren't you texting me? Like, I was already like, oh, this isn't good. And then there was a day where, I talked about this story before on the show, but there was a day where I had to go to court because, long story short, a meth head had broken into my apartment and stolen my stuff, and they found the guy and had to tase him and all this other stuff. It's a great story. But anyway, so me and my friend had to go to court to testify against this guy. So I had told her, I'm going to court. In court, they don't allow you to have your phone on. So from like 8 in the morning to about 12:30 when we took a break for lunch, didn't have my phone on in the court. I go to lunch, 12:30. I turn my phone on. Hey, what's going on? Harry, where you at? What's going on? Oh my God, are you cheating on me? Phone messages. If you're cheating on me, please just let me know. Where are you at? What's going on? Why aren't you responding? I literally text her back. I told you I was going to be in court today. We couldn't have our phones on. I can't see you anymore. And then she texted me back a bunch of insulting stuff. But suffice to say, which is also good because then I learned, so long term, if we had gotten into something down the road, she'd have been calling me all the things and saying all the stuff. But because I didn't rush into a relationship, I didn't have to deal with that long term. But this guy, this probably happened to him early on where like there was a day or so he couldn't text her, or he missed on a call one day and she's like, well, is everything okay? Like, I didn't hear from you. And he didn't read it. He didn't read it. Like, that's not a normal reaction to if you can't get back to a woman right away. Like her freaking out and panicking over that. You might be thinking, oh, she just really cares about me. No, that is an example of red flag toxic behavior that is showing up early on that because you want to get your whistle wet, you're not paying attention to. All right. Same thing with the curfew rules. It starts off, hey, babe, I just want you to make sure that you're safe. So, if you could come in at a reasonable hour, and you think like, oh, reasonable, okay, I'll get in like, 1 or 2 in the morning. Oh, well, I saw a crime on the news the other day where like somebody got murdered at midnight. So please just if you could just make it like 11 o'clock, please. In fact, you know what? I'll even like call you at that time and you can hear my happy voice. And then over time it becomes, hey, you're not there at 11 o'clock. What's going on? And this is the slow fade that happens for guys going from like thinking they're dating somebody that's relatively sane to suddenly it's like one thing after the next where it's like, okay, I guess I'll agree to, text her more often. I guess I'll agree to text her, every 30 minutes. I guess I'll text her even when I'm with family and friends. I guess I could come in a little bit earlier because I'm 25, I need to grow up some. So I'll just come in at like midnight. She's not comfortable with that. So I'll just make it 11 because I just want to make her, and the next thing you know, you're doing all these things. You're following all these rules and doing all these things that you don't want to do to keep her happy that you weren't even aware bit by bit. She went from like introducing one thing here and one thing here, and now you got 10 things that you're doing for her because she's going to freak out if you don't do them. And this is how men get into toxic relationships. They start making these little concessions here and there because they want to keep her happy, or they think, well, I want to be a guy that's going to compromise, and so if she says this really bugs her, I'm going to compromise. And then they start compromising the wrong things, and they start compromising things that they don't need to actually do, and they end up in a relationship where they are now the hen-pecked boyfriend / the hen-pecked husband. So, as the guy, what do you do in this situation? Well, for one, my suggestion would honestly be to like, at the point that you recognize it, have a conversation like, look, like, I know you want me in at a certain time. I know you want me to text you like every single hour or whatever like that. Like realistically, I can't keep up with that. So if you're going to be mad at me for hanging out past midnight, or you're going to be mad at me for not texting you every single half hour, then that's on you, not on me. Like you as the guy are, in terms of the things you do, like, you're responsible for treating her the best you possibly can. You are not responsible for how she's going to react for you doing the things you want to do that aren't actually toxic or harmful in nature. So if she gets mad at you, you hung up past midnight. Yeah, I did, and so what? Like, my friend had a birthday party, I wanted to stay out. Is that a problem? If it's a problem that she's having, you could say, I understand, I totally get it. Best of luck to you, I'm out. Because you don't have to stay in these situations. There are 3-point-something billion women that are out there. Even if 1% of those women would be well with you, that's a lot of women that you could get with that aren't going to treat you toxic like this, right? But I can assure, and again, I'm not preaching to the choir, guys. I've been that guy who over time was dating somebody who was just like, wait a minute, like she's getting mad at me for this. She's trying to pull away from my friends. She's saying I can't say these certain things or do these certain things or like this kind of music or do whatever. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And you lose out on those women. But you know what? Another one comes along that's better, that accepts you for all those things you want to do, and it ends up being totally fine. But don't think because again, guys in this thought process of like, but what if I don't find somebody else? One, learn to be comfortable in your singleness and be focusing more so on your goals in the first place. That way women will not be your sole goal. Because if women are your sole goal, what's gonna happen is you're gonna do everything to try to get that woman, and then you're gonna try to do everything you can to keep her, even if it means making concessions that you're not cool with. Versus, I'm focusing on goals, and when I'm not focusing on my goals, I'm having a fun life, and it includes her. Now, if she decides to get in on my fun stuff and say, you can't do this and that, well, now, when I'm not doing my goals, this is what I wanna do. If she says I can't do this kind of stuff, then obviously she's not the girl for me, because I'm not gonna take focus off of things I like to do just because it upsets her, you know? And so you gotta be more of that kind of guy. And if you have a problem with being able to speak up for yourself, or you're thinking, I really don't have an abundance mindset, I really don't know what'll happen if I lose this woman, I don't know how I can improve the relationship without pissing her off, then you, my friend, need to have some serious work done. You need to really start getting some coaching or going to a therapist or dealing with the reasons subconsciously why it is you're holding on to this woman that is definitely showing that she's toxic, you know? If you need help with that, by the way, you can talk to me. You can go to introvertdatingsuccess.com, click on the coaching tab. We can have a one-on-one phone session. You can also sign up for any of my ebooks or audiobooks that'll help walk you through how to become a more confident dater so you don't end up sticking with a woman that's like this at the point that you notice she's full of red flags. Like, we don't want you thinking, oh, she's got all these red flags, but I still gotta stay with her. No, you don't. Like, there are other women out there. You don't need to stay with her. There are other women that would treat you much better and let you be the guy that you wanna be, including staying out a little bit later, maybe gaming a little bit longer than she'd like, or dare I say, not having to text her all the time, because it gets really annoying dating women that want you to text nonstop. Again, been through it, don't recommend it. Tell her to get over it and move on, all right? But anyway, hopefully, guy, this helps you out in your journey. If you need other help, go to the website. Also, if you got value out of this video, you can leave me a cash app at $HarryWilmington. Go to the website in the meantime to sign up for my free webinar, 3 nice guy dating patterns that turn women off and what you should do instead, all right? Give this video a like, give me a subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out, peace.
You's a bad boy, but you can't stop, won't stop. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man. You a high class man. You a high class man. You a high earning, high value, high class man.